Hi there. Welcome to Cats in the City, by Sith Sense. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Pearl.
Together, we would like to share with you pieces of interesting knowledge that we find.
And that could be useful to you in the future.
Pearl, can you help me solve this equation?
Let me see, what's the question?
Y is equal to x raised to the power of x. What is the value of x, given that y equals 250 and x is greater than or equal to 0?
I see, this is a non-invertible function. This function is easy to evaluate forward but difficult to invert.
Yes, it's easy to the value of y given a value of x, but it's very difficult to do the reverse, i.e. to find the value of x given a value of y.
We can use numerical methods to approximate the solution for x, given a value of y.
What is a numerical method?
Numerical methods are mathematical tools used to solve numerical problems. One common type of numerical method involves iteratively guessing values of x in an equation until we find a value of x that results in a desired value of y. This process can be repeated with increasing precision until we reach a desired level of accuracy, which can be specified in terms of the number of decimal places required.
I would call this brute force my way to the solution, ha ha ha.
Yes, you can essentially use brute force approach to iterate over possible values of x until you find the value that results in the given value of y. This approach can work well for small ranges of values or simple functions, but can become inefficient for larger ranges of values or more complex functions.
Yes, it's difficult if you are using the brute force approach manually, but this is a piece of cake in Python. Let's solve this equation together using Python.
Python's combination of ease of use, versatility, and extensive libraries and tools make it an attractive choice for solving non-invertible functions using numerical methods.
Let's open a new notebook in Colab. I'll call it Iterative Calculator. Firstly, we'll explain the purpose of this code in the doc strings. This is a simple iterative calculator. It's used to solve for x, given a value of y for the following equation. Y equals to x raised to the power of x.
But before that, let's help our audience understands the strategy that we'll use to solve this equation.
As we can see here, x is mapped to y using the function of y equals to x raised to the power of x. So, 0 to the power of 0 is 1, 1 to the power of 1 is also 1, 2 to the power of 2 is 4, and so on and so forth.
In our problem, y is 250. So we deduce that x should be somewhere between 3 and 4. Let's take the middle, which is 3.5.
3.5 raised to the power of 3.5 is equal to 80.21178. We'll set the degree of approximation to 5 decimal places.
Since 80.21178 is less than 250, we can update our guess and deduce that x is between 3.5 and 4.
Next, we'll calculate the midpoint of 3.5 and 4, which is 3.75, and 3.75 raised to the power of 3.75 is 142.10758.
We'll keep repeating this process until we get to a value of x that's equal to 250.00000, to the nearest 5 decimal places.
The process is actually quite similar to the number guessing game in our previous video. The upper and lower limit will be updated when we have new information. If you have forgotten about how this was done, you should review that video now, before you proceed with this video.
Now that you have understood our strategy to solve for x, we'll continue with our code.
I have finished coding our calculator. We'll go through my code together.
Similar to the number guessing game, we'll need to define a few variables. The values of these variables are specific to our question.
You can put different values for lower and upper, as long as they are the real limits of x. And y is given in our question as 250.
The degree of accuracy is an important concept here. Since we are approximating the solution for x, we might never find an exact value for x. Therefore, we need to set a condition for an acceptable, approximate answer. When we set the degree of accuracy to be 0.00001, we are actually saying that a difference of less than 0.00001 is acceptable. Later, we'll see how to put this degree of accuracy into action in our code.
Since we are using a while loop, we need to set a condition for the loop to run, and we need to make sure that our loop doesn't run infinitely. For this, we created a counter n for our while loop, and the maximum value for our counter is set at 100, meaning that our while loop will terminate when the counter reaches 100.
Whenever our while loop starts running, a new midpoint p will be calculated based on the lower and upper limits. When the new midpoint p is raised to the power of p, we'll get a calculated y. Our aim is to find a value for calculated y that's equal to 250, which is the y in our question.
This is where we'll use our degree of accuracy. First, we'll find the absolute difference between the given y and the calculated y. ABS is a built-in function in Python that we can use to find the absolute value of the difference between the y and calculated y. We'll compare the value for the absolute difference to our degree of accuracy.
First, we'll consider the case when the absolute difference d is greater than or equal to our degree of accuracy. Then, using a nested if, we'll set another condition. This time, if y is greater than the calculated y, we know that x is between p and the upper limit, hence we update our lower limit to p.
On the other hand, if y is less than the calculated y, we'll update our upper limit to p because x is between the lower limit and p. Finally, we increase our counter by 1.
So, if the absolute difference between y and calculated y is greater than our degree of accuracy, this while loop will keep running. The while loop will cease running if the counter n has reached 100, or we have found a solution for x.
The else statement will refer to the case whereby the difference is less than our degree of accuracy, meaning that the calculated y is approximately equal to the given y, at the degree of accuracy that's acceptable to us. Hence, we have found the approximate value of x, which is the value p. Once we found our solution, we'll break free from our while loop.
The last two lines of our code are just print function that will print out our answer.
So, for our question, for y equal to x raised to the power of x, given that y equals 250, and x is greater than or equal to 0, x is equal to 3.9900561571121216. Wow, our code found this solution after only 22 attempts that took less than a couple of seconds.
Yes, that's how we solve a non-invertible equation using numerical methods. In Python, it's as simple as using a loop and a few if statements.
For the same equation, you can change the values of the variables in our code, to solve for different values of y, at different degree of accuracy.
You can even change the while loop to a for loop in our code, if you're up to it.
To make the task of solving non-invertible equations more challenging, you can modify the equation in question. Non-invertible equations often involve complex mathematical functions such as exponentials and trigonometries.
Online resources offer a plethora of challenging equations that can test the limits of numerical methods. By exploring and attempting to solve these challenging equations, you can gain a deeper understanding of numerical methods and their limitations.
However, it is crucial to note that the ability to solve these equations using numerical methods does not necessarily translate to finding exact solutions. It's an approximation exercise after all.
I've also included the link to our Colab notebook in the description below. You can study our code at your own pace, after which you can try to revise and improve our code.
That's all from us this time. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Pearl.
Bringing you bits and pieces of interesting knowledge from cats in the city.
Thanks and see you next time.